Well, welcome back to the workshop. Thought I'd do a little product evaluation today, and it's all to do with setting the height of a lathe tool. Normally I use a homemade little gadget like this, which just sits on there, and I've already preset this height to what I consider, as far as I can visually see, to be the center line. Okay, and I set it. Then I set the tool height by shimming up so that it just sits underneath the lip of the gauge. Okay, so the other day I was trawling through eBay, as you do now and again, and I saw this little doohickey. Yeah, it's called a Speedy Lathe gauge, and made by Edge Technologies. And the idea is that it allows a speedier and more accurate setup of tool height. So they're not very expensive, so I thought I'd get one and give it a go. So I'll unpack it and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so what we get in the package is a fairly it's a picture instruction manual, but it's written in good English, and so we'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at that in a minute, and we also get the little tool itself. Now the first thing, judging by the instructions, is we've got to calibrate it, yeah, because if your lathe is level, then it's not a problem, but mine is not. So you see, to get the bubble in the middle, we've just got to alter that. Yeah. So we'll calibrate it first, and then we'll have a go at using it. Okay, well that's got it zeroed. It seems to be quite well made. The main body of it is aluminium, and then we've got quite a hard metal mounting there, and the level, right, is made out of glass, which is nice. And the idea is you just loosen that screw and then level the bubble and then tighten the screw without it moving. That's the fiddly bit. It's taken me a couple of minutes to get it right, but that looks good to me. So what we'll do now is we'll use it. The idea is you rest, when you've got your work in the chuck, this rests against the work, and that lip there just sits on top of the tool. So we'll pop it up, we'll set it up, we'll have a look. Okay, so we've chucked a piece of steel, and what we'll do now is we'll rest that against there, and we'll just sit that lip on top of there. And the idea is, of course, that if everything's nice and level, because it will swivel round, if everything's nice and level, then the bubble will be in the middle. And according to this, it isn't. My tool is slightly low. Not by much, but not by much. We're only about a thou out, so that's not too bad, is it? A bit more of a fiddle, and let's run it down again. Now, having said that, okay, let's let's move my tool so I can get a bit more of a purchase on it, shall we? Get that under there. Obviously I'm making a bit of a meal of this, aren't I? So rest that on there, with that on top of the bit, and yeah, we're ever so slightly low, ever so slightly, not much, can't be much more than about a thou out, so I'm quite pleased with that. That seems to work quite well. So I can take that off. Ooh. Of course, got to remember that if I used it on another lathe, I'd have to recalibrate it. But still, so what we're going to do, because I've got a little bit of a job on today, we'll use that on and off to produce what I want to produce, as it were, because I want to make myself a small live centre. I've got this medium-sized one here, but it's just a bit too big for some of the small stuff I've been asked to do just recently. So I'm going to make myself a smaller one. So first things first is I've got to make the mounting for it. Anyway, before I get on with that, okay, Edge Technologies, yeah, I like it. Very easy to use, once it's a bit of fiddle to set up. Well made, not at all expensive, and I'll put some more details in the comments below. And right, well, I better get on with some work today. Enough of this playing around. So thanks everybody for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.